So, my name's Chris Braithwaite. This is my first video ever. I've often wondered how I could give back to the YouTube community because I YouTube everything. And this is going to be it. We're going to talk about Tesla radios in the Land Cruiser. I go by Schiller 2300 on the forums. Don't post a lot. You got to understand, I'm the kind of cruiser guy. You won't find me talking about new mods for going rock crawling on the weekend, putting slides on your Land Cruiser. None of that stuff. I'm not that kind of Land Cruiser nut. I originally had a 80s model Land Cruiser in 82, which I loved. Did a lot of work with it, did some off-road stuff with it, but just fell in love with the whole community, the whole concept. Feel a little privileged to own a Land Cruiser. I'm sure all of you do too. But you won't find me talking about all those kind of things, how to lift kits and wheels and things like that. What I do care about and interested in are creature comforts. And so there's a niche for that in people like me, and we're going to try to inform you about creature comforts, infotainment systems. One of the biggest things, I started this thread about 2 years ago, and I had purchased a 2008 Land Cruiser and found the entertainment system to be archaic, to say the least. It does have Bluetooth, but as far as telling you who's calling, it displays numbers very well, but you would have to take the time to put all those people in individually. Just something I wasn't willing to put time and effort into, and just really not very user-friendly. I was really surprised at how little things had changed since 1982. There are so many things that are still similar on my Land Cruiser in 2008. And for that, honestly, I'm really grateful for. But the infotainment system and some of the creature comforts that I think should have come along and been addressed by Toyota since then, not so much. So, started looking for a radio. Well, unfortunately, Toyota decided in their Land Cruiser to integrate some of the climate controls, not all of them, but some of them into the screen that also controls the infotainment system. So like in the 200 series, the 100 series, the 80 series, you could change those out for double DIN units, get all of the nice infotainment systems that are available primarily through Android, even through some of the larger manufacturers like Sony. They all make double DIN units still, and they were still able to be retrofitted to those models. But once they integrated some of those climate controls into the infotainment system, all of that kind of went out the door. I guess you could drive around without climate control, but then again, I'm into the creature comforts. So, I like cool things. We all like cool things. There's nothing cooler than Elon Musk's Tesla. And in his Tesla, he put a very large screen. And we are all about TVs and screen, and bigger is better. And leave it up to the Chinese to come up with an Android open source solution for that in my eyes is really, really cool. And I think it'll take my 2008 Land Cruiser up to the 2020s as far as looks and function and features and the infotainment system. I am an Apple person. I am 100% Apple throughout my house, although I do have some Alexas. I don't have the expectation that it is going to work as well as Apple products do. I fully expect to have to reset things from time to time. I fully expect to have to work to try to integrate things that I want to use on this stereo. So with that said, I don't have Apple expectations, but I did wait a long time. And let me tell you, when this system first came out, it was rather slow. People complained about the boot times, and they complained about some of the features being lagging, and typical things that you get with, say, an Android phone or any aftermarket product. One of the things why I'm an Apple person is because Apple stuff just works. We pay for it, but it does just work. Android, you have to put some time into it. So again, I fully expect to have to do that. 2 years ago, I started this, saved up to buy this several times. Other things got in the way. Finally got the money to purchase it. It's going to run you, with a discount, around $750 shipped. It did come from China. I did buy it from Phoenix Stereo. They're based out of California, I believe in the Los Angeles area. I will tell you off the front that that's where you should buy your stereo. And I waited for a long time. I was talking about that the first units were slow. I waited till finally at the end of last year they updated this stereo to be fast boot, upgraded the chip, and put some more RAM into it. So my wait was worthwhile. I'm glad I did wait. And the price changed about $60. I think right now they still offer the older model for the low 600s. So you're spending about $180 more, but I'm confident that that will be money well spent with the fast boot system.